what's going on, because you never answer the phone like that. She'll be upstairs in a little bit. She was downstairs talking to her parents still. So why are you still mad about the situation? She was like, she not mad about everything that was going on and everything that I was going through. She got upset about that. Now, here where it gets interesting. So, it was one of the nights, and basically, well, one of the days actually, and basically, we had to figure out how we were gonna get the rest of our rent. We figured that out, and down in Arizona, gas is legal. If you know what I'm talking about, gas is legal. So, we were gonna have extra money, but because of this job thing that we were gonna do, it's called quick. Basically, you do that job that day, you get paid that day. So we were like, okay, we're gonna do that, and then we'll do that tomorrow because our rent will do the next day. So we're gonna do that tomorrow, and then after we do that tomorrow, we're gonna have a little bit extra cash. And she was like, had asked me the day before tomorrow, like, yeah, she had said, do I want to go get some gas? Because we had some extra money on hand. And I'm like, no, I'd rather wait until tomorrow because we never know what could happen with the quick job or whatever. You never know what could happen the next day. So I'd rather wait until we finish what we got to do, like our business part, before we go have fun, get some gas and all that stuff. So she got upset about that. And I was like, why are you upset? She was like, I'm not upset. And then at this time we just sit in the car, and then she just quiet. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get out the car, I go chop it up with her parents, because like her parents chill, lay back, cool and stuff like that. So chopped it up with her parents, and then I had came back outside, and she was still in the car. Mind you, we in Arizona, it is hot, like hot. My car wasn't on at all either, and she just sitting in the car with no window down, nothing like that. So I'm like, that's when I came back out, and I'm like, so why are you still mad about the situation? She was like, she not mad about it. So I'm like, whatever, all right, cool. So I went upstairs to go take a shower, but before I actually hopped in the shower, I started cleaning up, and while I was cleaning up or whatever, she had came upstairs, and she was like, you didn't see my text or call? I'm like, no, I was cleaning up. And mind you, she's like super clean. Like if anything's like remotely messy, she's like, oh, it need to be cleaned up. So I'm like, I'm over here cleaning up, and the thing that irks me the most is like when she try to come at me for how I clean versus how she cleans. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not dirty at all. Like, I'm clean, but like she would like overdo it, like to the point where every other day she cleans the bathroom, like the bathroom, toilet, and all that every other day. So I tell her I'm cleaning and stuff like that, and she was like, cleaning what? At that point, I was irritated because like,
why? Why?
I'm over here trying to talk to you, ask you what's wrong, this, that, and the third, but you being all childish, being like all pouty and stuff. Like, come on, like grow up. So then after that, or I was like, you don't see all this clean, and then she didn't say nothing. She rolled her eyes, went to the bathroom, and then she had came back out, and well, yeah, she had came back out, and she had actually said that she was finna go downstairs and chop it with her parents for a little bit. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. And then I was just upstairs playing the game for a little bit. And then a couple hours passed, like 2-3 hours passed. I'm like, damn, you still downstairs? Like, what's going on? So I text her, no response. Text her again. Like, I think I triple text her, actually. And still no response. So then that's when I had called her mom. So I'm like, is da-da-da downstairs? And she was like, it was weird to me because it seemed like her mom was like upset or something like that. So she was like, yeah, she down here. I'm like, all right, can you tell her to look at her phone? She was like, yeah, and then hung up quick. I'm like, okay, like what's going on?
Okay.
Because you never answer the phone like that. Like, so then after that happened, or where she had texted me back and said she would be upstairs in a little bit. She was downstairs talking to her parents still. So then about like 2 more hours passed, and she was still downstairs. And I was like, you want to come upstairs and watch a movie with me? Because like you literally haven't talked to me all day. Like, mind you, the start of this conversation was around like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Well, the start of all of this was like around 12:30, 1 o'clock. She went downstairs around like 2:30. And mind you, when I had text her if she wanted to come upstairs and watch a movie, this was around like 6:30. So after that happened or whatever, she was like, yeah, she'll be up in a little bit. She's just downstairs still talking to her parents.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
So after she said that she would be up in a little bit, I had texted her because like at the time with everything that was going on and everything that I was going through and everything that like the pressure that was put on me, like I was high key depressed. So I'm texting her all this stuff, like feeling depressed, feeling down and everything, and she doesn't respond
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
at all. And 2 more hours had passed. It was like around 8:30. Now here where it gets interesting. All right, so she comes upstairs and comes in the room, and the first thing she says is, "Do I want a burger? Do I want a burger?" After me telling you all this stuff that I'm feeling, everything like the depression, all that stuff, the first thing you ask me when you come upstairs is, "Do I want a burger?" No, I don't want no fucking burger. So so I was telling her no. She ends up putting the food up, came back in the room, and then she was like, if I wanted to hit the gas when she get out the bathroom. I'm like, at first I didn't hear her. I'm like, huh? And then she said, "Elijah, she like, do you want to hit the gas when I get to the bathroom?" I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Because at this point I'm just irritated, fed up. I'm like, whatever, bro. So come back in. We spark the gas or whatever, and she just quiet. So I'm like, so we not finna talk or nothing? Like, we not finna talk about what everything I just said and you just silent about it? Like, what's going on? And then this the part that pissed me off, that like really made me upset. She was like, talk about what?
You did, Shay.
So you don't see this long ass list paragraph that I sent you. Now y'all know how y'all have an irritated voice versus a mad voice. Your irritated voice is elevated, but it's not you like yelling and shit like that. Your mad voice is when you yelling and stuff. I had my irritated voice on when she had said that, cause like, bro, like I just sent you this list and you ain't saying nothing about it. Like, what's going on? Like, you acting like you just don't care at all. And while I'm like saying all this stuff, she like, I'm not finna talk to you if you yelling at me. I'm like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm like, I'm just expressing how I feel. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you not finna tell me how I'm going to express myself. And as soon as I said that, she was like, okay, I'm not talking to you no more, and turned around and laid on the bed sideways, facing away from me. I'm like, bro. And then I'm just sitting there for a minute or whatever. I'm like, whatever. I'm just on my phone, and I'm like, that's when I called her name, said it like 4 or 5 times. She's not responding to me, just ignoring me, like just acting like she don't care at all. I'm like, I'm just trying to talk to you to resolve the situation, but you just over here ignoring me. And I'm like, hello, hello, hello. And I'm like just saying hello, person name, hello, person name, hello, person name. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. And mind you, at the time, I'm like sitting on our dresser and she's on the bed. And then that's when I said that, like, actually we rewind a little bit. So like right before she had came upstairs, she had actually texted me back though, but she was saying like basically being defensive on every single topic that I brought up. So basically, all right. So back to where we left off. I was like, all right, since you gonna ignore me, I'm gonna just read off everything that you were talking about, and I'm gonna explain my side and how I feel about it.